Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you for taking the time to download this video. This is just a quick studio tour. Or, I say studio tour. This is really an office tour of my small office in my part of my home that basically operates Cryptic Allusion. What you just saw and what you're seeing now is, first of all, my rack of video games, and you'll see a couple of clips of that. This is actually my office room. You see the marquees on the wall for the arcade games and the Halo figures, and a drawing of Brain from Pinky and the Brain that my now bride drew me when we first worked together. This is my Korg Karma, which I'm actually pretty proud of. I don't get to use it as much as I had in the past, but hopefully I will again soon. This is my Mac setup, and you can see all the rest of my gear. I've got a bunch of Korg gear. Obviously, it's my Karma again. It says Cryptic Allusion on the screen. You probably recognize that from some of the random pictures that I've got on the internet that deal with Cryptic Allusion. And what you're looking at right now is the TV that I work on that when I need to do artwork for Donk. And there's the rack of video games on the left. Traveling into my office, there's my cat, my big fluffy fur ball. She weighs like 15 pounds. And into my office where I have my arcade machine, which gets played only when people come over, oddly enough. It's a great conversation piece. There's the video that you're watching now that I'm working on, and it's pretty much done now. So what you're seeing is old footage. This is the USB mixer I use. It's a Behringer. It's got motorized faders that I use, and it interfaces with Live, which I'll show you here in just a second. My nice little Chaos pad, another piece of Korg gear that glows orange when you turn it on, which I absolutely had way too much fun with. Some KRK5 speakers, that's those monitors that you see. Some leftover cider that was from New Year's Eve, which was awesome. That's my actual purchased copy of Ableton Live 6.0, which I'm glad to say that this is all legal. Thank you very much. My mixer there, it's an analog mixer. There's my analog synth, a picture of a poster from Soul Calibur, a little bit more footage of my Karma. You gotta have some copies of Game Developer all over the place, and they are. There's my Mega Man pixel blocks in the window that I made myself. He's been together for a long time. And some random odds and ends that I use when I record, such as a little bongo drum, a rain stick, a couple of bamboo flutes. I have multiple pairs of headphones, of course. I have a small library of computer music magazine from the UK, and a ton of DVDs and CDs that have samples on them that I probably will never be able to listen to. And here we are again out in the living room. This is where I do artwork, and you can see I've got Photoshop open here that I'm opening up one of the tile sets from Donk. The computer is actually sitting behind that TV, and you can see that this TV setup isn't actually the most conducive setup for working on these tile sheets, as they're vertically oriented, and every widescreen TV is widescreen. It's horizontally oriented, so usually when I'm working on something, I have to zoom in pretty close. Partially because the resolution isn't the greatest, but then again, it isn't exactly bad, and it's great for a TV. And one thing that you just can't see here is the work that I put into, or the work that I and all of our artists put into these tile sets. Is we would actually take the original tile set, use it as a layer underneath the new one, and then align everything on top of it. And sometimes ending up in multiple hundreds of layers. Like I know, all that glitters will turn to gold, and I think it's kind of funny how we both think it's funny that we both kind of feel like losing our minds. This is me just randomly screwing around in Photoshop, looking at all the artwork that I put together that you guys have downloaded hopefully in the last week or so, 2 weeks, I guess it's been about. Going through all my many drives of random crap. I think these are the actual files from Donk, all the artwork and the DLL files and random stuff like that. This is the whiteboard where I've kept all of the information for Donk, all the credits. And here is your new footage of Donk. This is level 4, and I'm sorry for the video quality and the created with Flip for Mac trial. I need to just buckle down and, I guess, purchase a copy of Flip for Mac, even though I think the codec personally should be free. That's kind of silly. But, you know, whatever, it's not my code. You probably noticed that some of the projectiles and things that fly away from Donk, or that fly towards Donk when they're being shot at him, they don't look quite right, and that's because we haven't finished putting in all of the artwork for those particular pieces. And, we're also still working on hit detection, so you can kind of see that too. Alright everybody, thank you for downloading and watching this video, and I hope that it was worth the download, and I'm sorry if you can't read the credits, because there's really nothing there that you need to read. But, yeah. Thanks, everybody. Make sure that you go to cagames.com and check out the podcast on iTunes. And Happy New Year. From Cryptic Allusion.